Let me ask you about the war in Ukraine. There were talks in Turkey this week between Russia and Ukraine, but none of the principals were there. President Zelensky wasn't there. President Putin wasn't there. President Trump wasn't there. President Trump said the only way to get a deal is for him to meet with Putin face to face. Knowing what you know about Vladimir Putin, Mr. Vice President, do you think he will ever be serious about making a deal?
It's been roughly 3 years since Russia launched its unprovoked, brutal invasion into Ukraine. Hundreds of thousands of lives have been lost. At the outset of the war, I actually traveled with my wife across the border to a refugee center. Saw hundreds and hundreds of women and children of every age fleeing from the Russian invasion. I would return there a year or so back and meet with President Zelensky and hear again about the horrors and depredations of the Russian military. Look, I've met Vladimir Putin. My judgment is Vladimir Putin only understands strength. And, President Zelensky has agreed to a ceasefire, a 30-day ceasefire that our European allies called for. And Vladimir Putin calls a meeting that he doesn't show up for. So I honestly think the time has come for President Trump to impose harsh sanctions on Russia and also to increase military support for Ukraine. I think those two messages, making it clear, in combination with the President's good recent dialogue with President Zelensky that took place at the Vatican, and in addition to the new mineral deal, which I think sent a deafening message to Moscow that America and Ukraine are here to stay, I think the time is now for sanctions against Russia, additional sanctions against Russia, Kristen, and also renewed military support for Ukraine. I think that and only that has the potential to bring Vladimir Putin to the table and achieve a just and lasting peace.
Thanks for watching. Stay updated about breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or follow us on social media.